Good morning, zookeepers, and welcome back to Mesa Zoo. I hope everyone is having a great day, or I hope you have a great day, depending what time of day you end up watching this video. And yeah, today in Mesa Zoo, we're going to be making an enclosure for the Bison, and we're going to be using our Jurassic World Evolution viewing gallery as one of the main parts to actually view this enclosure. And I'm kind of going to be mixing a bit of modern and classic. I really do like this fencing. It's very old school classic kind of Victorian zoo looking. It's probably the best way of describing it. As well, we're going to do slightly a modern-ish style barn for them to be able to sleep in, and I decided that I'd have some windows on the top rather than have a pointed triangle roof. Try and make my buildings look a wee bit different than usual, because obviously a lot of time when I make buildings I either have a flat roof or I have a completely pointed roof, but this time I thought I'd make it just a little bit different and have some glass windows, but we're still going to give it that kind of modern look, and we'll just do all the trimming and things like that using steel bars and things like this, just to make it look like it's a little bit 3D rather than all flatlined, as it were. At the time making this as well, we got a little tweet for the next Frontier unlock, and it says, "Heyo Zookeeper," so I've got a feeling we're going to have some Planet Zoo news, which I'm really looking forward to. My guess is it's going to be a pack for PC users, because we've had a few packs for the console users now, so I feel like this could be a new DLC for the PC users. Now that begs the question, how many more DLCs are we going to get for this game? There is a lot of DLCs on here, and I still don't have them all at the moment. And slowly adding them to my collection. So yeah, I'm kind of intrigued to, is this going to be the last pack we get, or there's going to be more after this one? And what are we going to get in this pack? I know some of the massive highly requested things are fish and birds, and there's been some really good mod packs that people brought out of fish and birds, so it'd be interesting to see if they actually add, let's say it could be a really big pack, who knows, and it adds those sort of things. I feel like I could be dreaming here. I'd love that to be the thing that happens, but I got a feeling we won't see that. But anyways, going back to what I'm building right now, I thought I'd do a few different viewing points. So path goes all the way down the fence line there. We're going to have this little platform that goes out into the enclosure, so you can be surrounded by the I keep trying to say Bison, and I don't know why. I don't know why I keep trying to say that. I'm honestly trying to say Bison, but I suppose it's, I mean, the way my head thinks too fast and I can actually speak sometimes. But yeah, we're going to make it nice and simple. I didn't want to go absolutely crazy with it, and I was just sort of experimenting with different ways that I'd want it, because obviously this ain't the main part of the enclosure. I don't want to take away too much from the enclosure. I kind of want it to just be a slight feature that they can, the guests can walk in, and it's kind of slightly decorated, but I kind of want to give it that kind of alpine sort of plains feel, like it's something you'd see in a bison enclosure, that kind of thing. And I really did enjoy the way that this turned out. I kept it nice and simple, TV screens in the corners. Eventually we go back and add a few seats, bins, a talking point, and as well the people do all the talks, the animal talks, they can throw food in off that particular area, which I feel like is going to make it really interesting when I eventually actually see this happen. And in the time I was recording, it never happened, so I never got to see them actually throw food in, but I feel like it's a really good spot to do that from. So originally I was going to do this all stone and rock work, and in the end I sort of looked at it as I got towards it, and I really didn't like the way it looked. I mean, I was going to add more rock to it, have it so it sort of falls down into the enclosure, but in the end we go for that more modern look to try and continue with the clash of modern and classic that we were going for in this enclosure, and just use the concrete walls and floor, and I feel like that's a really cool look. It does add that sort of modern style to it, and adds a little bit of more levels to see into the enclosure itself from. And anyways, I go for adding a lot of plants into here. I wanted it to be slightly wooded but not heavily wooded, and also loads of grass and small bushes and things like that. As you see, I sort of messing around the tower, seeing what else I could add and see if I could make it more interesting. Unfortunately, I couldn't really get that to go in there, so in the end I just go for a vending machine just to help bring more people up into the tower. And as you can see, I was sort of messing around, just looking at things, and then just decided to sit there for a bit and watch all the bison get thrown into the enclosure. And yeah, we get this little scene which you'll see towards the end. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this build and it's giving you some inspiration with yours, and I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy making this. I thought it was kind of interesting, different, like the clash between old and new, trying to add a tiny bit of theming to it as well with that extra viewing area. And yeah, I enjoyed making this. I probably think about, oh, I don't know, I'm trying to think how long I've spent on this. I lost kind of track. Obviously, I trimmed a lot of it down, but I think it was like over an hour of like gameplay of me just messing around, just enjoying myself and going through all the different plants, seeing what I could add, try and make it so it's really overgrown. And I knew I have these paths which have been purposely made in there. As you can see, it's bark on the floor, so those paths were made deliberately by the zoo staff to make it easy to get around the enclosure as staff need to clean it and there's not too much stuff to go through. Anyways, I'll let you enjoy these few scenes without me talking, and as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.